America is one big melting pot of citizens from different backgrounds. And it is that diversity that contributes to America's greatness. Every day, thousands of people immigrate to the United States every year from different parts of the world. For many people, America is a refuge, a sanctuary, or a yellow brick road to their dreams. America is a haven that allows people to escape from poverty or oppression, to live without fear, to practice their religion freely, and to build a better life for themselves and a better future for their children. America is known as the land of opportunity, where one can achieve any goal, any dream, no matter how hard it may seem. If they have the willpower to get the work done, they can achieve their goals. This is what is called the American dream.
Y'all, today I'm going to be talking about my life story. So me as a child, I grew up in a rough neighborhood, and then it was difficult for me. My parents came here from El Salvador, my mom did. My dad came from Honduras. It was difficult for them because they came here without anything. Sometimes not be able to eat food. All they did was eat dirt because they just couldn't. And they didn't make it that far in school. They didn't have the opportunity to. They had to work to maintain their family, their parents, my grandparents. And it was difficult for them. They started making money here, and they started to make their own business, start working, and then we made it here. Apparently now we're in Fishers. I'm really proud of my parents, honestly. They're like my inspiration to me. And especially with my dad. He came here and he's doing pretty well for himself. We have a house here. He has 2 houses. He has a mansion in Honduras. He owns lots of cars and stuff like that. But it's not all about that. It's all about being happy. And he makes me happy because I'm so proud of him, honestly.
Money is an essential part of life, as it is a necessity for basic needs. Whether that is to buy food or pay the bills, or maybe just to get nice knickknacks and luxury objects, to achieve many things that would be more difficult without it, become more simple with it. The American dream, however, is not all about money. According to CNBC, the majority of Americans, 77%, believe that an essential part that allows people to make their dreams a reality is that America gives them the freedom to choose how we desire to live. For the majority of American history, the dream wasn't obtainable for everyone. There were actions and laws that were passed by our own government to keep groups of people under, to ensure others would rise above. But from this system of injustice, it caused people to rise, to stand. People like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They knew what they wanted. They knew that they deserved the American dream just as much as anybody else. So they went and they fought for their rights. What I like most about what King did is that he did it in a nonviolent way. People like him and Rosa Parks, and many, many others, fighting all for the same cause. It shows that even when there are problems in America, we still have the freedom and liberty to be able to stand up for what's right And even if there are negative repercussions for those who do stand for the truth and do stand for what is right, as we can see from history, that good will prevail, that the things that are right will stand, and that the things that are wrong will fall. The new generation rises above from our previous faults, and it seems that in many ways we have grown more compassionate for others. Now, things are constantly changing for the better to ensure that everyone has a higher chance of succeeding. In our day and age, the biggest limitation keeping people from their dreams is themselves. Because if you're not careful, if you put too many limitations on yourself, if you constantly tell yourself what you can and can't do, what's impossible for you to achieve, what you wind up doing is becoming a slave to yourself, a slave to the mind. When I was 6 years old, I used to dream about how thrilling it would be to be an adult, to have the power to make my own rules and to do what I wanted to do. Usually, these thoughts would really only come up after I got spanked for doing something I knew I shouldn't have done. And how, if I made my own rules, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble. But now that adulthood is knocking at my door, it is time to discover what I want for myself. How will I live out the American dream? How will you live out the American dream? I cannot define it for you. The American dream is what you want it to be. The American dream is the goals that you have set placed for yourself. The American dream is something that we work hard for individually. And of course, we can always get help along the way. But in the end, it is up to us to see whether or not we succeed in the land of opportunity.